Welcome. Today it's all about the Moto Guzzi Breva, a motorcycle for riders who want real character without piling up compromises in everyday life. We'll take a close look at what makes the Breva special, where it truly shines, which weak points matter when buying used, and who it's actually the right fit for. And this isn't just about numbers, it's about the feeling, that transversely mounted 90-degree V-twin, the gentle rock at idle, and the low-maintenance shaft drive. Exactly the things so many people love about a Guzzi. As a concrete reference, we'll keep coming back to the Breva 1100 with the Quirks shaft drive, because it marked an important technical step for the brand. Presented by Motorize.de, your go-to source for new and used spare parts. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte füge den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 2 hier ein oder lade ihn hoch. Wenn du mir noch kurz Tonalität Zielgruppe, zum Beispiel werblich, dokumentarisch, humorvoll und GGFs in gewünschte Länge Timing sagst, passe ich die englische Fassung entsprechend an. The Breva launched in 2003 as a deliberate counterpoint to the straight-up retro wave. Classic at its core, modern in execution. Moto Guzzi designed it as an accessible entry into the brand. Upright ergonomics, contemporary fuel injection, and an overall package far more everyday friendly than many of its predecessors. Historically significant, the larger versions introduced the Quirks shaft drive, a reactive system that handles on-off throttle transitions far more calmly than older designs. That meant the unmistakable Guzzi character remained intact, without every twist of the throttle unsettling the chassis. Over the years, two main branches define the lineup: the Breva 750i as a light, no-fuss daily rider, and the Breva 1100 as a confident backroad tourer. A signature touch is the exposed steel tube frame, intentionally placing the engine front and center. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte poste den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 4. Dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch, natürlich und ansprechend ins Englische. From an engineering standpoint, the Breva is a very honest Moto Guzzi. A 90-degree V-twin mounted longitudinally, air-cooled with 2 valves per cylinder, paired with modern fuel injection. The Breva 750IE displaces 744 cc and makes around 48 horsepower, which is more than enough for relaxed commuting and easy backroad rides. The Breva 1100 steps up with real authority, 1064 cc, about 86 horsepower, and a thick wave of torque that comes in early. A key detail is the 1100's Quirks shaft drive, which noticeably reduces drivetrain lash and makes acceleration feel cleaner and more composed. Up front, you typically get twin discs, and depending on the model year, ABS is available. Everyday friendly touches include an 800mm seat height and a wet weight that usually sits just over 220 kilograms. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte sende den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 6 und kurz Zielpublikum, zum Beispiel seriös, humorvoll, werblich. Dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch ins Englische. Visually, the Breva makes its roots unmistakable. The transverse V-twin cylinder heads jut out proudly from the sides, not hidden away but made part of the design. Add the shaft drive in the right swing arm, and a clean, purposeful silhouette. Less nostalgia, more function. Once you're in the saddle, the idea comes together. A wide handlebar, sensibly placed pegs, and a seat height of around 800mm create a relaxed, confident riding position. One detail you notice at a glance is the classic analog dash with big round gauges, easy to read and perfectly in tune with the Breva's mechanical honesty. The tank is nicely slim at the knees, which helps when maneuvering, and the seat is firm but long enough to carry a passenger. Overall, it feels like a bike meant to be ridden, not just admired. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text. Bitte sende den deutschen Voice-Over-Text für Szene 8, dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch, natürlich und ansprechend ins Englische. In everyday riding, the Breva plays to its strengths with calm, predictable manners. The V-twin pulls from low revs, and the 1100 in particular feels less desperate to rev than many modern designs. Perfect for commuting, back roads, and relaxed touring. The typical Guzzi rock when you blip the throttle at a standstill is still there, but once you're rolling it quickly, fades into the bike's smooth, easygoing character. One key detail. On the Breva 1100, the Quirks shaft drive noticeably softens load changes, especially in stop-and-go traffic or when driving cleanly out of tighter corners. Suspension tuning leans more toward comfort than sharp sportiness. It stays stable without feeling twitchy. Add the small accessory screen and wind pressure drops significantly, and the center stand, often fitted, makes chain maintenance a non-issue, because there isn't a chain. Gern, mir fehlt nur der eigentliche Text von Szene 10. Bitte füge den deutschen Voice-Over-Text hier ein, dann übersetze ich ihn idiomatisch, natürlich und ansprechend ins Englische.